Hi, good morning. It's Tanny, the Canadian Stamper. Welcome to Saturday Morning Crafting. We're gonna try the new, brand new, not yet released Delightful Wishes. I've been playing with this one this morning, doing all the die cuts and doing some stamping, so I can show you how it works and give you some tips about using it if you fall in love and think you need to have it, from the new mini Stampin' Up catalog that starts January 7th. And we're gonna, just some crafting. It's gonna be super fun because I'm finished with Christmas cards and I'm just enjoying all of the new products. So let's get started. I'll go over the supplies, show you all the things that I have cut up, and show you the bundle and all that jazz, and we'll get to it. Good morning, good morning. All right, so there's the bundle we're using. Delightful Wishes, two-step stamping for a few of them, and then the dies, there's 2 sheets of dies. Just pull the whole thing out. There, 2 full sets of dies. It's quite a bit. So this is in the new catalog that's coming out. So Stampin' Up has online exclusives and then things in the catalog. This is in one of the new catalogs that's coming. Let me show you it comes with, specialty vellum, which you get 2 sheets of this, 2 sheets of this, which I have a feeling the dies cut one of these out. They seem spaced enough to, I think you can cut those out. And then you get 2 sheets of the gingham. It's like a baby blue. Then they have the designer series paper, which we've gone over before. I'm just gonna show you again quickly. This is front and back. I think what drew me to this set was how pretty the colors are. In the catalog, you'll see this is like a burlap. It's really pretty. Do you guys case what's in the catalog? I try to do so. If you're a Stampin' Up demonstrator, then we have access to all of the supplies and materials that they use to make the catalog images. Like, we get all the recipes and things for them, which is amazing. And then of course, don't forget, on the back of your designer series paper, you have the name, but then you also have all the colors that match. So I cut this piece out and I put it in my plastic folders to save. I'm just gonna bring up your comments so I can say good morning. All right, so colors we're using today: Bubble Bath, Coastal Cabana, and this is Petunia Pop. So let me show you the, the die cuts that I have done to show you. Very carefully, because they're not glued down. All right, there I am live. Hello, hello, good morning. Hi, everybody. Okay, can you see this okay? Oh yeah, that looks good. Okay, so this is 2 dies. So Petunia Pop and Bubble Bath, and then you're layering over. I had a hard time figuring out which, how does this go? But you know what? I don't necessarily think there's a wrong way to, I mean, obviously if it's off, then it does, well, actually if it's off, it does work a little bit, because flowers aren't, some are perfect and some are perfectly imperfect. Anyways, that's how that goes on. Same thing with this one. So this one I've switched up to go light as the base and then dark on top. So the color coordinations are amazing. Stampin' Up has the color wheel. So if you take, let's see, we're Bubble Bath and Petunia Pop. So if we go, see how it says complementary, so you know these ones are gonna go together. So you can sort of rotate that and you'll know, oh, okay, I can put these ones, any of these together, and they're gonna go well. And then these other slots have other meanings, but anyways, you get the idea. This is a die, one big die cut for a branch. Then look at these leaves, also 2 dies. So there's 2 pieces. This is probably not a beginner's stamp set. and die bundle. It's probably for a little more advanced because there's so many teeny tiny pieces, and being able to, you know, master the technique of putting them together. Or you could get this bundle and then play with it to put all the pieces together, figure out how to do it. That's what I like. I like the challenge. So these are all the little extra pieces that put the flower, you know, you can build the flower. And then this is a straight up leaf. And then in the project pieces, there's a stamp set that I've used to stamp, and then you can die cut or you can just die cut. So here's these two. This is the two-step stamping, again with Petunia Pop and Bubble Bath. Then this one is basic white, and it's just the Petunia Pop, one of the stamp sets. And then when you cut it out, it comes out in 4 pieces like that. You also get a sentiment banner, and it's got teeny little tiny points on there for little detail. And then it also has a flat die. Well, they're all flat, but you know what I mean. A die that it won't cut the paper like in the shape of it, but it adds this so that you can see the stuff coming through in behind it. So that's what this one is for. Whoops. You can't really pick up the detail. All my leaves went flying. Here's the ones that I've stamped and die cut already. Whoops. All right. So here's a tip for if you don't want to do this, it's so fine. Like even the adhesive sheets, be careful when pulling the adhesive sheets off the back. An adhesive sheet is like when you put paper or sticky paper on the back and make it a sticker essentially. So let me move this to the side and show you how you can, a trick on stamping. So this is the negative space from cutting the word wishing. So if you don't want to die cut the wishing to layer on top of that and you just want to stamp, save the negative piece, tuck it in your stamp case when you're done, like this. And what you're going to do is take your die cut piece, put it in the negative space like so. Then you're going to take your wishing. You got to get, I'm not going to stamp it, but it's a tip on how you do it. And then you can line up. It's more, why would you want to do this? Because if you were to go and try to do it like this, I find it, you really have to kind of be careful. I mean, you have to be careful either way. But for some reason, when I put it in the negative space, I feel like there's a better chance of me getting it right. So try it both ways and see what you think. See what you think. And then maybe let me know. Does anybody try these? Try this tip. Good morning, everybody. I see you. Good morning, morning. So let's get to crafting. All right. I'm going to decorate the envelope and I'm going to decorate the inside today. All right. Measurements, as always, are going to be in the newsletter that will go out tomorrow. They're standard sizes though. You know, you have your base and then essentially the layers, you can either be 1/4 of an inch smaller as you go or 1/8 of an inch smaller as you go. This is Coastal Cabana. And then I've got 2 pieces of the vellum that we're going to use. So we'll do this dry. So we're going to go like so. And then we're going to take one of the die cut pieces. This is the branch. So you could do it this way, and you could, like if you have a bird stamp set, there's lots you can do with this piece of branch, but you could also cut this apart and use the separate pieces. So you could maybe die cut 2 of these. The second one you could trim apart and add if you wanted to. All right, so that's kind of our base there. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add these, so these are the die cut pieces that I already had going with Petunia Pop if you're just joining. And so again, you could cut these apart or you could leave them. And we're gonna add, there's no real rhyme or reason. You just put them kind of wherever you feel like they should go. And then we're gonna have our sentiment strip, which we're gonna nest in here. And then we're gonna have wishing, this piece. I'm gonna add glue and get this together, and it's gonna go like that. And then we're gonna add some leaves. That's essentially our card. So let's move all that to the side and put our bases together, or layers, I should say. I'm fairly confident I'm gonna need new glue. I unclogged it, or so I thought. How's everybody this morning? Jan, you're going to case the sweetest star wreath from page 47 of the mini. Oh, now I'm curious. I'm gonna have to go look. Did you get the measurements and things off of the Stampin' Up website, Jan? As a demonstrator. All right, everybody ready for Christmas? I am. I just have to do some wrapping. A fun day planned of just different activities and visiting. We're going to a Friends Miss brunch after this at the Rack, which is a restaurant near us out here in the West Shore. All right, so putting vellum. So if you use glue, it's going to come through because that's how vellum rolls. So options to put it together is that you could live with the glue shining through a bit, which I think is fine with this card because there's going to be so much going on. I don't think anybody's going to notice the glue in behind, but if you wanted, less is more. So try and find somewhere in the paper that you could add a dot of glue to the back that would cover, you know what I mean? Okay, let's do it on this side. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue here strategically where the flowers are, and then that hides the glue. Tricky, hey? Oops, I want this one. Okay, this one is gonna go down first. So I'm gonna put dimensionals on here. Jan, you've been guessing at all the things? Okay, I'm gonna send you, I'm gonna find it on the Stampin' Up website for like the demonstrator website, and I'm gonna share with you where we get all the recipes, so you don't have to guess. Okay, so you can see, I don't even know if you can see the difference. You can't even tell right now until it's on the paper. So this one, I'm bringing it down more than this one. This one is gonna layer over top, but it's gonna come up a little bit just to kind of fill out the card front. So when you use glue or dimensionals, it's possible that the vellum, because it's so fine, the paper is really thin, that it will curl a bit. If so, either move your glue as far to the corner as possible, or your glue dot, or live with it, I suppose, and just let it do its thing and curl. It may or may not matter for your personal preference. All right. So is anybody planning on going to the kit together? Pam, I thought maybe you were going, but I'm not going to be able to make it because unbeknownst to me, Lance committed us to another engagement. So Pam, I'm bummed out about that because I think you were bringing a special guest today. So we'll have to save it for another time. Lance and I were just sort of hanging out last night, and we were talking about, what are we gonna do today? And he's explaining. I'm like, no. I have no time for what you speak of because I have my kit together. He's like, nope. Okay, so this teeny piece will flex as you're putting it on here. So start on one side, let it get tacky, don't rush this, and you're applying it. So what I mean is, see how it can move? So just take your time in manipulating the paper to go as best you can onto the white. Oh my gosh, I did that just like I knew what I was doing. Okay, so I did not save the dots for the eyes, so we're just gonna live without it. Okay, let's stamp our sentiment. I'm gonna do the sentiment in the dark fresh freesia. So wishing you, I'm gonna say all the best. Actually, you a happy birthday. I'm still short on birthday cards. You, will this fit? Oh yeah. So to get this lined up, because again, you could do, if you wanted, did you know you can do this? You can line up your stamp and you can like curve it with photopolymer stamps. You knew that, right? Anyways, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not doing that. So I need a better block. Let's see if this fits on a D block. So I just want this to be straight. So I'm lining up on here. So it's not going to fit like this, but rotate your block, folks. Don't forget to rotate the block. Now, being a brand new photopolymer, you need to rub and get that film off. Pam, you can't make it either. Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not leaving you hanging. Okay. Nailed it. All right, let's put this card together and then we're gonna stamp some more. Okay, see, you can see it now curling a bit. This is the glue dot side and it's curling here with the glue side. It's okay, I'm okay with it. Okay, let's get our sentiment down first and we're gonna build our flowers around it. Let's go right about there. Strategically covering up some of my glue. Okay, that's gonna go like that to get that tacky. And I think I have mini dimensionals. I do. So this is gonna fit perfectly, the mini dimensionals on here. All right, so let's talk about, so Craft and Chat is happening second Saturday of January. So we'll have a kickoff to Celebration. So it'll be all new products from the mini catalog and Celebration to play with. And Kate and I are feverishly planning the next Crafty social, which is going to be a free online event this round. I'm just trying to decide if I want this to go under. I think I'm just going to go over. So stay tuned for more details on that. So decision time on how you want this to go. I think I'm going to pop this up. We're just going free. We're freestyling now. This is all personal preference. Oh yeah, Jan, good idea. Using the gems for the eyes. It's true. You could do that. I think I'm going to go this way. Don't forget we have leaves as well. And it's good. I have started swimming lately. So I don't know if I told you guys, I've been diagnosed with frozen shoulder. It's not super fun at all. This is problematic. I have to go under, I think. So before we went away to Europe, my shoulder was giving me grief, and we were backpacking, of course, and so I said, well, I need to make sure that I can carry my own backpack and, you know, put it up in the compartments on the train. The boys had to help because that did not end up being how it went, but it was fine, whatever. And then it kept getting worse and kept getting worse. I didn't know what it was. And then, yeah, I was told it was frozen shoulder. I'm like, awesome. Not awesome. It's really painful. So I have broken my, other fun fact about Tanya is I broke my back in 2 places from a motorcycle accident in 2002. So I burst compression fracture to T5 and T7. So that hurt a lot. And anyways, my frozen shoulder, when moving my arm in a way it shouldn't go, very similar pain to breaking my back, just to give you an idea of the level of pain somebody might be in with a frozen shoulder. Anyways, got a cortisone injection, maybe back in, when was it? November, I guess. Anyways, it's coming along. The pain is not where it was since having the shot. And really, you just do not move your arm. You just don't move your arm where it's gonna hurt like that, obviously. And so I thought, well, why don't I try swimming? Because my mom goes swimming. The reason, just sidebar, why I'm cutting this is because I didn't trim this, or I didn't die cut it properly. And so anyways, I'm just fixing that as I go. So my mom she's had 2 frozen shoulders that did not get fixed properly. And my mom swears by swimming. So I'm like, okay, well, let's try it. So I got in the pool last Sunday. I'm like, oh yeah, whatever. I'll just, you know, normal swimming. It's like riding a bike. You jump on the bike and away you go, right? Oh, Nelly, no way, no way. My body's like, I don't think so, Tanya. That's not how you roll anymore. Anyway, so I'm just kind of just tread water, and then I kind of do lengths. Anyways, it's kind of it's really painful to try to swim, but I think it's going good because I'm getting better motion, like range of motion, and some things have popped and moved a little bit, which I think is good because it's helping with how much I can move. It's my left arm, so non-dominant. So anyways, all of this to say, I'm gonna go swimming later today. I'm gonna try and go 3 times a week to get this frozen shoulder dealt with. Anyways, enough about me. What do you think of the card? You like it? Give me a thumbs up. Be sure to like and follow my page if you don't already, Facebook or YouTube, because then you'll know all about the things, the tips, and fun stuff that we talk about. Has anybody ever had frozen shoulder that's listening, watching? How was your experience with that? These are the little butterflies, brushed brass butterflies. I think I'm gonna go 3. Yeah, love it. All right, so now we're gonna get fancy. So there's our card. What do you think? Thumbs up? Yes, good. Thanks, Gail. It is a pretty card. All right, so I'm gonna show you this 2-step stamping. Where's my stamps? So this is, okay, see how this is, I want to see, okay, I haven't stamped this yet. So we're just gonna see how this goes. This branch has holes in it. And I think it's because something nests in there. So we're gonna get rid of our sentiment here with happy birthday. And we're gonna pick this one up. We're gonna do a little rubbity rub. Then we're gonna use Early Espresso. One thing you haven't had. All right, well, I don't recommend it, Kyle. It's not a super awesome thing. So I hope nobody ever gets frozen shoulder. I have a whole new found respect for my mom. Not that I didn't already respect her, but for what she went through. You know, you hear about it and you're like, yeah, that sucks. Sorry to hear that. But then when you experience it yourself, you're like, okay. Do you see how this is going? Ever so slightly, like so. So you can see where the flowers line up. I think you can see, I think you get what I'm saying. All right, so let's go light at the base, because this is two-step stamping. So we're gonna do light at the base and then dark over top. So this is Bubble Bath. I'm gonna try and line it up best I can. How did I have it? Just like so. I never decorate my envelopes, very rarely. Gosh, that's pretty, just like that. Okay, now we're gonna do Fresh Freesia, which is the darker color. Oh, torn both rotator cuffs. That does not sound fun. Oh my gosh, this is like, what is this? Trying to get this stamp on here. Hang on, just a tick. Oh, maybe it's just like that. Never mind, it's not that big a deal. Okay. So another tip when you have two-step stamping, if you wish, you can add a little, if you're okay drawing on your stamps. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It's just ever so dainty. I love it. Okay, so if you're okay writing on your stamps for two-step stamping, what I recommend, I'm gonna do it right now so you can see that I committed. So we have our two stamps that we just used, and I don't want to have to wonder every time which way is which. So I'm choosing this tiny little flower up here, and I'm choosing, yeah, so this little tiny piece matches with that tiny piece. So I'm gonna do a little dot here, and I'm gonna do a dot here. Then that way, anytime I pick up these stamps and put them on, I know this is the orientation that they have to be. That's it. Just like that. But we're not done yet. Okay, so that's the outside, but I think there's some leaves. So in this stamp set, so this is the branch we used that had holes. Then we used these two. Now we're gonna use this guy because I feel like it layers in here like magic. But the trick is, how does it go? I think just like that. So also with this one, so what I'm doing is the leaves are pointing this way. So I'm orienting them this way because I think the leaves would be going up. So that looks right. And then it's a matter of where does it go, which I think it just goes right there. I think. Yep. So I'm gonna add this because that's the orientation of this stamp. Let's pick a green. How about Granny Apple Green? What do you think so far? Tips are good? Oh shoot, I forgot to rub my stamp. Oh well. Well, we'll just see what happens. So I recommend trying this on scrap paper first. Oh my gosh, I nailed it. I love it. So see how it's like almost as if it's perfectly meant. It's just perfect. I love it. All right, so now one last stamp. So this is what we have so far. Now I was gonna do the same on the inside because I always leave this naked. Okay, I'm gonna truth bomb right now. It makes me nervous to stamp inside the card. Do you guys stamp on the inside of the card? Maybe say in the comments if you do. There's our early espresso base. So we're just gonna do all of this again. So we have our stamp that has our dots on it. We're gonna pick this one up, rotate your block, and leave the green open. And same, we're gonna go bubble bath at the bottom. Hi Christine, good morning. You always stamp on the inside. You guys always do, don't see? It's a bit of a crafting fail for the Canadian stamper, hey? Gotta get on board with the stamping on the inside. Nailed it. Okay. Gail stamps on the inside. Oh, Pam, you stamp on the inside first, which is super clever. So there's my dot, so I know it's gonna go that way. Takes the guesswork out of it. So Petunia Pop, which is our top color, which is dark. Nailed it. Good, good. And then our little leaves, and we're done. How did my leaves go? There we go. Oh, Lance is home from his walk. Beautiful. Done and done. So that's it. That's our project. So the measurements and everything will be in the newsletter for tomorrow. I do have some other projects I'm going to add to the newsletter. And there you have it. I hope you enjoyed our crafting this morning. One more crafting for 2024. So we'll place them with some new products as well. Thank you so much for joining. Have a fantastic Saturday, and we'll see you next week. Have a Merry Christmas. Bye for now.